You'll have to excuse me. It's been a hard day for me. Those who know will know. But we're not going to talk about that. So if I'm down or I lose my train of thought, please forgive me. I do want to talk about Dynamite 300 and All In, because I thought last night's Dynamite did more to get my excitement up for All In than any other show over the last few months. I am more excited for All In than I've ever been because of a few changes that they've made to, 3 matches? I'm excited. Believe it or not, I might actually, screw it, you know what? Because everything just sucks right now. Yeah, let me just go ahead and spend the $50. I need to have myself a good time. AEW is going to benefit from me just trying to get my head away from how much everything just sucks right now. And again, if you know, you know. But we're not going to talk about that kind of stuff. Let's get to AEW Dynamite 300, All In, my current thoughts on All In. This is going to be a combination of both shows, discussion type video, no review, just going back and forth between All In, Dynamite, just a big homage, I suppose, of thoughts. Hopefully you enjoy it. And if you do, give me your thoughts down below about both shows, Dynamite 300 and All In. Let's get a quick word from our partners, Dakio, before we get to that, though. This broadcast is partnered by Dakio. Look, I won't lie to you. I suck at staying organized. I've made so many thumbnails and scripts that I can't even tell you where half of them are anymore. And the worst part? I always realize I need them right in the middle of creating or editing something. I've literally had to recreate entire files from scratch because it was faster than finding the original. And that's where Dakio comes in. Dakio is basically an AI personal assistant that finds and collects all your files across multiple platforms, whether it's Google Drive, Dropbox, Gmail, OneDrive, you name it, and it gives you one clean, organized workspace. It doesn't just show you where your files are, it understands what they are and organizes them accordingly. In my case, it's good to have something that organizes my thumbnails, in case I need to go back to reuse them for future broadcasts. So if your digital life is a hot mess like mine, do yourself a favor. Go to trydakio.com/Alyx. Once you see how fast and easy it is to find your stuff, you won't want to go back. So don't wait. Sign up for Dakio and get organized today. Let's get right to it, ladies and gentlemen. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to go down the All-In card as it stands right now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches. That's enough for me. You don't need to add any more. Who am I kidding? He will throw in probably 3 or 4 more matches. He will add some random match in there that I have no idea when it's added, why it was added, and I'll probably find out the day of. But honestly, 7-8 matches is good enough. If I was to add one more match, honestly, throw in a TNT title match, Adam Cole versus Ricochet, boom. That will make me give you the $50. I'm considering it right now. I'm gonna buy the pay-per-view. Because I just can't help myself. I love wrestling. And I like supporting companies that, that really make me love wrestling. And as much as I ram and rant on AEW, I want them to succeed. I'm a softie that way. But whatever, man. I also think they're benefiting from me just having a really, really, really bad day and me fearing for my future. We'll see what they're going to do for the upcoming week or so. Because again, I don't think this is complete. We have Collision tonight, not watching it. So if they added a match, just let me know. And they'll probably add like 2 or 3 more matches within the next week or so. But the first match I see on here is AEW Men's World Championship. Just say World Championship. Texas Death Match, Jon Moxley, Hangman Page. Yes, this is now a Texas Death Match. That stipulation was added last night, and it makes the match much more interesting. Number one, it's a throwback to their 2023 match at AEW Revolution, which was also a Texas Death Match. Moxley lost that one. He might win this one. And here's why I say that. I think this match will actually depend on the tag match between Swerve, Will Ospreay, and the Young Bucks. I think what happens in that match will play into this match, and I actually like that. Everything tying together could make this a really, really, really good pay-per-view. The greatest pay-per-view of all time, which is what Tony's calling it right now, because he has to. That's how he promotes shit, by just saying everything's the greatest of all time. Maybe not, but it'll be a good show. But let me just talk about this match. Let me not talk about the tag match yet. As for this match, it needed a stipulation. And I'm happy they're revisiting the Texas Death Match. You know the match is going to be wild. Their first Texas Death Match was outstanding. One of the most violent matches ever in AEW history. There can be a lot of callbacks with that. You know it's going to be an Avengers moment. Darby Allin, Sting, Bryan Danielson, maybe even Swerve and Will Ospreay. It's everybody against the Death Riders. And I don't think the group is going to be disbanded yet. It doesn't feel like the finale. For right now, I have a feeling that Moxley will retain, and the reason why is because of what will happen, what I think will happen in the Swerve, Ospreay, Young Bucks match. So let's talk about that. Swerve, Will Ospreay, Young Bucks. Last week, they added a stipulation that the EVP title was on the line. So if the Young Bucks lost, they would no longer be the EVPs. I don't care. I had no interest. I was like, that doesn't do it for me. But two things happened. I started to see Swerve and Will Ospreay wrestle more as a tag team, and I realized, holy shit, they're a great tag team. Were they a tag team? I think they were. Maybe that's why they work so well together. Anyways, so watching them work together actually made me want to see them more as a tag team, but also a crazy stipulation was added last night. So now, the Young Bucks lose, they're no longer the EVPs, but if Swerve and Will Ospreay lose, they cannot compete for the world title for a full year. That hooked me. I'm like, damn. You can go in so many directions with that. Number one, Will Ospreay not competing for a year will set him up to win the world title at All In next year. Wonderful. I love that. Great build-up for his eventual title win. He has to win the world title eventually. But Swerve not being able to win the world title will turn him heel. And guess what he'll do? If the Young Bucks win this match, Swerve will snap, and I see him interfering in the main event to cost Hangman Page. This whole ordeal of, if I can't win the world title, neither can you. Oh, that's so good. And you can do a lot with that. Do I trust Tony Khan to do anything with that? Tony, hire somebody. Please hire somebody. Hire anybody to write your shows long term. At least, because you can't do it. But that would be such an awesome ending. Now that Darby Allin is scheduled to come back, I think I've always thought the plan was for Darby Allin to be the one to end Jon Moxley's reign. And now that they're doing this stipulation, if it's true that Swerve and Ospreay are going to lose, then yeah, I think that's a setup for Darby Allin to get in there and win that world title. Quite honestly. And then maybe he holds it for a little bit and then drops it to a few people here and there. But you can always have the Young Bucks lose, and then Swerve helps Hangman Page, and then we just do Hangman Page and Swerve for the world title, and then he turns heel there. I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes. But I'm invested in both of those matches now, based off of what could happen as a result. As for the women's championship, the women's world championship, Toni Storm, timeless Toni Storm, and Mercedes Moné, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to accept the fact that Mercedes Moné is going to win this belt. I think they're going to pull the trigger. They did not have her go on this long, undefeated streak for what, over a year or so? It's been over a year. She's been undefeated. Why would she just lose at the finish line? Why would she trip up at the finish line? No, you do all this to give her the belt so then she can start losing. She'll go on a long losing streak and drop all her belts to whoever the hell it is. So yeah, that's what I see happening. I see Mercedes Moné losing after she wins the world title. And I see her losing immediately, like right at All Out, if not Forbidden Door. Because she has other belts that she can lose as well. So, yeah, I do think Mercedes Moné is going to beat Toni Storm. She has to. They booked her way too strong. Why give her all this build-up, put her in this big-time blockbuster match, and then have her lose? This is the match she loses. Nah, I think she's going to beat Toni Storm. I know, it's going to piss you off. Let it piss you off. Let the internet outrage over this. Mercedes is literally one of the best female wrestlers they have. Period. She might be the best female wrestler. I don't know about that. I think Toni Storm's number one, but I'm all right with Mercedes Moné winning this belt. Let her get all the belts. Because you already know she's going to go on a losing streak right afterwards. And also, let's say Toni Storm beats Mercedes Moné, then what? Who does Toni Storm fight? I would rather Mercedes beats Toni and then send Toni on the chase again to then win the title back, maybe at like a Full Gear or something. But we'll see what they do. I think Mercedes is going to win. And I see a lot of people talking about how Mercedes should have lost the TBS Championship to Mina Shirakawa on the 300th episode. I said, guys, first off, if you have her lose the TBS Championship this close to All In, that's just going to really give away Mercedes Moné beating Toni Storm. That just spoils the outcome. At least right now, there's a possibility that Mercedes Moné could lose, and she might lose. I think most of you hope she loses. I don't think she is. I think she beats Toni Storm. But, yeah, at least now, I can believably see Toni Storm beating Mercedes. But if she had lost the TBS Championship, that would have been a dead giveaway that she was going to win the Women's World Title. So, pick one. Pick your poison. But, yeah, I still think she's going to win on the belts. That's just me. The International Championship, Continental Championship unification match. Kenny Omega, Kazuchika Okada. Absolutely loved Okada versus Ibushi. Kota Ibushi versus Kazuchika Okada, the main event of last night's Dynamite, was absolute fire. Incredible. I loved every single second of it. Phenomenal match. Throwback to New Japan Pro Wrestling style of wrestling. But when it comes to this match, you know it's going to be a match of the night. I'm still a little annoyed that we're calling the unification title the unified title. They can't call it the Intercontinental title. Did WWE trademark the name Intercontinental? I don't think they trademarked that. International Continental. Or just call it one of the other title names and just say the true International or true Continental. I don't know. But just calling it the Unified Championship. That's a terrible name. That's a terrible name. I don't like that. That's the only thing that I don't like about this match. This is going to be the best match on the entire show. This alone is worth the $50. So it really should be the main event. But now that they made Moxley and Hangman Page a Texas Death Match, I am fine with that being the main event. And also, if Swerve screws over Hangman Page, that would be dope. AEW Tag Team Championship match. I don't give a fuck about this. They had Mike Bailey and Kevin Knight get their asses kicked not once, not twice, but 3 times in the same segment by the Hurt Syndicate. They looked like dweebs. Nah, I don't care about this match. Is there anybody else that can go up against the Hurt Syndicate? Nobody? Jesus Christ. What a bunch of dweebs. Seriously. Whatever. Hurt Syndicate will beat them. Moving on. Men's Casino Gauntlet match. I'm assuming whoever else is not on the show will be in this match. Currently, I have MJF winning it. I think MJF should win it. Honestly. Because if the plan is to give the belt to Darby Allin, MJF needs to fight Darby Allin for that belt. So there you go. I don't know. Outside of MJF, I don't see them giving Mark Briscoe the belt. I don't know who else. Maybe if they bring in Keith Lee. Oh, dude, Keith Lee. Now that's somebody that could win. I would love to see that one. I don't know. We'll have to see. It is in Texas, though. And Keith is a Texan, so we'll have to see. I'm going with MJF for right now, though. Women's Casino Gauntlet match. I guess Chris Statlander? Again, I don't know who's in this match. Maybe Britt Baker. Look, I saw the news when it came to Britt Baker and then her subtle Instagram story where she talks about not being valued, making people think she wants to leave and go to WWE. Now, look, we all know eventually Britt's going to go to WWE. But, look, Fight Select already came out and said her contract doesn't expire until 2027, and then Tony Khan might tack on like an extra year because of injury time, but they're not using her. They're not using her. She's not on TV. They don't care about her. Let her go. If Britt wants to go to WWE and you're not using her anyways, let her go. If she's a problem backstage, if you have her on ice because she's just a headache to everyone around her, let her go. Whatever. They might have her show up here. They might have to. But who should win, though? Because if I have Mercedes Moné winning the women's championship match, I guess Athena. Honestly. You know what? Screw it. Athena. Does Athena even have a match? No, she doesn't. Not right now, she does. And what is she going to do? Was she going to defend the Ring of Honor title against some random chick in Ring of Honor? Maybe Thunder Rosa. I don't know. Thunder Rosa's also in the match. So, okay, we'll see. We'll see. Like, Thunder Rosa versus Mercedes Moné is new. I could get behind that. Ooh, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. And those are the matches so far. If I have to predict a match they will add. Ooh, let me see. So, TNT title, probably Adam Cole versus Kyle Fletcher. Ugh. They really should do Ricochet versus Adam Cole. Baby! They really should do that. That would be a fire-ass all-in match. FTR versus... Oof. See, I was hoping we would have Adam Copeland and Christian together by this point. I have no idea who does FTR fight. Well, it would have to be some version of Adam Copeland and somebody, but I don't think Adam Copeland's going to be ready for All In. It's not like he's injured. He's playing an injury angle. I don't know. Chris Jericho's not even on this show. I don't know what the hell they're going to do. Quite honestly. We'll figure this out. We will figure it out together. As for Dynamite 300, what else did I like about that show? Nothing really else. I hit the major stuff that I thought was good. And yeah, overall, I thought the show was one of their best shows all year. Because of that opening segment in the main event. Awesome opening segment. Excellent main event. Everything else in between, good wrestling, whatever. Yeah, I see why people are saying that AEW is finding its footing again. But we've been here before. We've been here 10,000 times with AEW, where it feels like they found their footing and then they lose it. And then their shows suck and they lose buzz, and then they still tell you that they're the greatest company in the world when they're not doing the essentials to be the greatest company in the world. But again, because life sucks right now, and you know why, I do feel like it will be worth watching. Especially since that entire day is going to be nothing but wrestling. You have NXT, Great American Bash, and then Saturday night's main event. So I think what I'll do is this. I will do a live stream. I can't call it a review, but a live stream on both All In and Saturday night's main event that night, later that night. And then, of course, Sunday night we'll do Evolution. So excited about both of those things. It's going to be a big live stream weekend that I hope you guys will be here to attend for. But outside of that, thank you guys for watching. Give me your thoughts about All In and Dynamite down below, and let me know how you feel about it. I guess I'll end it right here. Do all the YouTube things. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and Venmo. I love you all, and I'll catch you guys next time right here in Alyx's World, the place that is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you.